Okay, I have a very shocking confession to make. I have seen the 1992 version directed by Francis Ford Coppola. I love that version, but I have sadly not seen the version starring Bela Lugosi. I have not seen Dracula in its entirety. I've seen scenes of the film, so I hope one day I have a chance to go to the theater and see Dracula. Because there now is a new Dracula. I think Universal is trying to revamp, they're trying to reboot the Dracula series with this brand new film called Dracula Untold. So it's an origin story, and in the lead role, Luke Evans stars. I really like Luke Evans as an actor. He was great as a villain in the last Fast and the Furious movie. At the same time, he was really great in the Hobbit films, and I think he's going to be in the final Hobbit movie coming out. Really great actor. I don't know where he came from, what TV show he was on before he became an actor in the movies. But I was kind of excited only to see this movie because I think from the trailers, the movie did look good, but I didn't have too much excitement for it. I tried to hold any expectations I had for this just because it was rated PG-13. So tonight, I saw the film in the IMAX format, but for some reason it wasn't in 3D, which can be a good thing, but I don't know why they didn't put this movie in 3D. They did put it in IMAX, the sound was great. Now, yes, this is an origin story of Dracula, and we get to know him first off as Vlad the Impaler, and he's got a wife and a kid. He leads the land against the Turks. He has his own castle called Castle Dracula, and there's probably more history behind that as well. I've never really read the book before, but I definitely knew what Dracula was called before it became Dracula. So this is kind of a, I don't know if this is made up at all or just taking the idea of Dracula. I don't know if there's actually a book that was actually written about the origins of Dracula, but who cares? Hopefully the movie would be entertaining and be honorable to the Dracula name. That's what I was hoping for. And the movie also stars Dominic Cooper as the leader of the Turks, his ultimate villain, and Charles Dance, a really great actor that I think is on Game of Thrones right now. But for me, he will always be the villain in Last Action Hero, and he plays the man or the vampire that would turn Dracula. Again, I don't know how true this is to the original story. I think this might have just been a made-up film to try and revamp vampires or reboot the monster movies, the Universal monster movies, which I probably think that this movie is trying to do. And I have to say, I enjoyed the experience. The sound was great. I'm glad I saw it in the IMAX format. It was great to see it in on the big screen. The sound was great. The special effects were good. There were a few scenes that didn't seem right, but overall the special effects were good. Yeah, and it's PG-13, and I thought, surprisingly, it was pretty strong for a PG-13 in the violent department. You know, there wasn't a lot of blood. I would have liked that this movie would have been PG-13. I would have liked that the studio would have had more balls to put this as a R-rated film than a PG-13 film, but I know that they're just trying to cash in on the PG-13, get more people in the seats. But I would have liked to have seen an R-rated Dracula movie. They did a great job in the 1990s, and of course, when there wasn't any R-rating, there wasn't an R-rating around, the Dracula's a classic, the original one, even though I haven't seen it yet, and the movie wasn't even rated. So whatever, ratings are stupid in the end. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was well made. The movie looks great. The costume design is the best thing and definitely deserves Oscar consideration. I love the way Dracula looks at the end of this movie, or Vlad the Impaler, whatever they want to call him in the movie. I can't remember if they called him Dracula by then or whatever, but he looked great. That costume was just gorgeous. It looked beautiful. It was creepy. The movie looks creepy. Charles Dance, even though he's not in the movie very long, he looked great with that makeup. Makeup was really great. I liked the way the movie looked and the energy it had. I kind of wish it had a personality. It kind of takes itself way too seriously. And Dominic Cooper, who is a great actor, is not really used in this film. He's very one-note. He's there just to be the bad guy, to be, to drive the plot, but not really there to stick in your mind. You don't care about him. I didn't care about him. I care about the actor, did not care about him. It's Luke Evans' movie. He carries the movie very well. And some of the supporting cast is nice, even though you really don't get to know anybody. But I like the story. I like that this is an origin story. And I was liking the fact that this was going to be a prequel, hopefully, to a new series of Dracula movies. But I don't want to give anything away, but I do not like the ending to this movie. I like the last battle sequence in the film, but the last few scenes in this movie really upset me, and is probably going to change anything that I had in mind what was going to happen with the new Dracula movies. So I don't know where they're going to go with this, if this movie was even successful last weekend. For me, I liked it. It was fun. It should have been R-rated, but it was entertaining, and for an hour and a half, I was invested. I gave a damn. I cared, and for that, I'm going to give... I wish the ending was better, though. But I was going to be solid, too, for that ending. It was going to be solid. If it wasn't for that ending, I would have given it a solid rating. But for that, I'm going to give Dracula Untold, I'm going to give it 3 stars out of 4. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePod.com, and if you've enjoyed this video movie review, please click right here, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day, a wonderful night, and a wonderful life. And what did you think of Dracula Untold? Did you think it was one of the worst movies of the year? Did you at least enjoy it for what it was trying to do? Let me know in the comment box below. I'd be really curious. Have a great life, and I will talk to you at my next video movie review. Bye everyone, and peace be with you, my friends.